Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, it's Tuesday. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday Tarot. We have an awesome spread today. That's actually would be amazing for any card deck, or specifically, I don't know, some oracle decks that got some key terms for you of things to let go of. I have the Herb Crafters Tarot beside me, but I have a lineup of other decks that I want to also try this spread with. You know, when you're in that mood where you're like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you just said. Whenever you need to pull cards from 100 different decks and get the same damn answer, so you're finally like, oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Okay, so I'm laughing because the name of the spread is called Cord Cutting Spread, right? So we know, okay, I'm just staring at you with my eyes closed. We know that there are things in our life that we need to let go of, right? I mean, but yet at the same time, we're like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. It's like, come on, honey, you know you need to let go of that now. But then we act deaf, right? We just don't for whatever reason. So that's why I have the Herb Crafters Tarot. Then I have the First Light Tarot. Then I have the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. Then I have the Language of Letting Go cards. And in the distance, I see the Soul's Journey card deck too. I don't know if I'll do that in the podcast, but I feel like this 3-card spread I could do again and again and again just to see what it says about cord cutting. So this is a spread by Starseed Academy on Instagram, starseed.academy. And there is a little silhouette of a yoga girl meditating with her hands out, sitting cross-legged. And there's 3 cards, one at the crown, mind, third eye, whatever, one on the head, one on the heart, and one down there in the sacral area. So boop, 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 all in a line from top to bottom, 1, 2, 3. And it's the cord cutting spread. The first one is the mind cord. The second one is the heart cord. And the third one is the sacral cord. So I'm going to give it a go with my tarot cards. But then, I mean, I don't really have much going on in my life ever, especially today. So, I might just keep on doing this spread again and again and then compare. Compare the synchronicities, similarities, and laugh my tail off if it's the same message for the mind cord, the same message for the heart cord, and the sacral cord. Should be very interesting. So you literally could use any deck for this. Now, Starseed Academy created this spread for a deck by Mary Bannon called Body, Mind, Healing Oracle Cards. And her spread, if you want to check it out, it was impressive, and I like the look of these cards. I don't have this deck that she used, but it's got some key terms up at the top of the cards of things that you need to work on or let go. And on the bottom of the card, it seems to be an archangel to go along to help with that. So they seem like really cool cards. I'll have to, put it on my list, put it on my wish list. But she got for her mind cord, she got self-worth, right? Yeah, we can relate with that. For her heart cord, things to let go of, she got anger. And then the topic for the sacral cord was trust. So we might swing back around and read what she wrote. But she says energetic and psychic cords build up in our system as we interact with others. So it's like lately I've been using the Archangel Michael technique, return to sender. You know, that's a way to constantly be snipping those cords as you feel them being attached to you. Like as soon as you feel some energy being attached to you and you don't want it, you consciously say to yourself, or I do it out loud, or the other day I did it right to a person, return to sender. Return to sender. And it was my ex-husband actually. And he was like, what? Return what to sender? And I was like, your bad attitude, return to sender. And he kind of just laughed. But anyways, well, actually, like, we could have really got into it that day, but I just want to shout out to myself for not engaging. So anyways, we want to clear these cords. So clearing these cords enables us to avoid the external influencing of our energy system. So if you feel like a lot of times, people can attach their energy cords to you anyway, and you can to them, but definitely, like, everyone you've had sex with, like, there's an energy cord there. People that, you might feel codependent with, or, energy vampires. There's a lot of different ways people can attach energetic and psychic cords, but anyways, they build up. So I would actually say, like, anytime you're even thinking about someone, you're putting another cord into them, or letting them put another cord into you. Or like if someone's annoying you, they probably have more cords in you than the people that you love. So some of these cords, we got to clear them because we don't want to be externally influenced that much on our energy system. Starseed Academy goes on to say, our aura and energy field should be whole and vibrant of and within itself before we can let anyone else be an influential force in our lives. So yes, we're gonna get some topics of things that we need to cut. We need to cut some cords. Specifically from the mind, the heart, and the sacral. So it's going to be kind of interesting what comes up. Okay, but before I forget again, I have 2 announcements to make, and I meant to tell you Friday, and I maybe did mention the one about YouTube, but I did not mention the one about the blog. I'm pretty sure. So I want to tell you before I forget. For Herb Oracle, I started a blog for Herb Oracle. It's herboracle.blogspot.com. I'm not even giving it a subdomain because I might just get rid of my Herbal Marie domain. I think it might be a waste of money. But anyways, that's not the point. That's not what we're talking about here, Sadie. Cut that cord. I want to tell you that if you want to visit me at Herb Oracle. Who the hell am I? herboracle.blogspot.com. There's only 2 posts so far. But I'm going to be going back to the beginning of the podcast and going through the episodes probably ever so friggin' slowly. I'll be working on this blog till I'm 89. But I'm going to go through and I need to re-listen to my blogs or my podcasts. And then as I do it, I will put a blog post about it. So there's a marker, and also I'm putting the podcast on my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico. And as I upload the podcast, and then I'm listening to it on YouTube, and I'm making like timestamps and comments in the comment section because that's where you comment. And so it might be kind of interesting to look at, and I'm embedding the YouTube video in the blog post. So that was my intention for the blog. But then yesterday I was like, well, you know what would be fun for me is if every once in a while I just do like a random blog post about whatever the fuck I want, right? It's my blog, you guys. So yesterday I did a post called Trash Vibes. And you'll know it. You'll know it's my post because the picture says the fuck out of here with them trash vibes. But now this is something that I love to say to other people, but in this blog post, it's something that I'm saying to myself. So yeah, I just really am to the point where like I'm tired of repeating the same old negativity. It's so old, it should be gone. That's why this cutting cord spread really resonated today. Like, what do I need to get? A bigger pair of scissors? Like, tell me what to do. What do I really need to focus on that's really going to help me move forward and really start to feel better, feel good, live my life like this morning. Do you know what the first thought was in my head? What's the point of this? Like, what is the point of this? But it really wasn't like negative. It was almost like begging. Like, please show me, universe. Please show me, creator, today. What is the point of this for me? What is the point? Like, I just need to be reminded because I need to have more fun. I want to have more fun. So anyways, yeah, you can check out herboracle.blogspot.com. And yeah, then if you want to go back with me every once in a while and watch... It's not really watching, it's listening on YouTube, old episodes of the podcast. Very interesting because it's like, yeah, those initial podcasts were over a year ago, but it's still the same advice. Like, so I really need to really put it into action now because, I just don't want to be running around in circles. I mean, it's okay to spiral, right, deeper and deeper, but I want to feel like I'm making progress. And lately I just feel like the manifestations in my life could be better. So also in the Trash Vibes blog post on herboracle.blogspot.com, I show you some new cards that I got. They're hypnotic language cards by Mike Mandel because, yeah, I still have a bug up my ass about hypnosis. So I thought I would get these cards and we'll work them in on Fridays into the pick-a-pile because it's like a 2-for-1. We're going to learn some hypnotic words that we can use on ourselves to make our affirmations and our self-talk more effective. But also, I printed out a little cheat sheet for myself about the cartomancy meanings, like a normal playing deck of cards. There's messages in that too. So I'm expanding my divination at the same time. Multitasking fun fest always here. But anyways, feel free to check it out. Feel free to comment when you go there if you have anything to say. I left the comments up or open that people can comment. And you can subscribe by email as well if you want me to harass you in your inbox. I'll be happy to do that. All right, you guys. So we are doing, did you get your card deck? Go grab a card deck. If you want to grab 5 decks like me today, grab 5 decks. We're going to do a cord cutting spread by Starseed Academy. And I'm excited to do it. So grab your cards, get your coffee, tea, seltzer water, whatever you're vibing with today, and let's do this. But before we go on any further, I don't want to forget that we do have an herb of the week, and it is hops. So let's do our affirmations. Hops wants us to be generous and celebrate this week. So let's try our best to get our vibe up to that. All right, hops, I love you. I didn't forget about you. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our herb of the week, hops, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you so much. I am chill. I relax and know when to rest. I celebrate all the good that my life holds. I share my prosperity and give from the heart. I receive in balance. I open myself to the abundance of the universe. I am a channel for her expression. I am chill. I relax and know when to rest. I celebrate all the good that my life holds. I share my prosperity and give from the heart. I receive in balance. I open myself to the abundance of the universe. I am a channel for her expression. And so it is. Yeah, so that was another cool thing. Hops wanted us to be open to the abundance of the universe. So really, like I feel like we could just step into a new energy, but if we are being held back by these cords, by, these energetic and psychic cords that build up, and I mean, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. It's annoying. It's distracting. All right. Especially like when it's like, why are those cords still there? So anyways, much love to Starseed Academy. She said that, her cards really almost made her tear up, really touched her, and it is so true. So let me just talk about her cords. So there's 3 cards, you guys. 1, 2, 3, going down: mind cord, heart cord, sacral cord. And for the mind cord, let me see what she said here. The mind cord, she got self-worth. Now, that would probably make me cry too, because I get it, right? I mean, that snake in the grass a week ago, that was showing me that my vibration is that low, right? So how do we get that self-worth up, right? So she says, once told we are worthless or useless, it is hard to get that repeating message out of our mind. So our self-worth plummets, needing to be built back up again. Remove the cord of the voice that you first heard this from. I mean, for 13 years of my marriage, my husband, maybe jokingly, but not, would call me like freeloader, selfish, or, worthless. I mean, truly, like, you bunch of freeloaders, what I mean? And in a way, he'd like, be joking, but, it's like, you hear it. Do you know what I mean? You hear it a lot. My mom just texted me she might ride over quickly about 10 and bring your water. Thanks, Mom. That'll be when I hang my clothes on the line. I guess we'll take a break. So yeah, you got to cut that cord where you first heard it. Man, what if it was you that said it? What if it was you that said it? Now for Starseed Academy's heart cord, she got anger. Unresolved anger will sit and cloud your heart and prevent it from opening easily. Identify the source, cut that cord. So yeah, if we are feeling anger now, it's like we do have to remedy it for sure. So interesting what I get for the heart cord. I've been sitting, and I'm interesting to see how the tarot cards work for this too, but we'll figure it out. Like I've been sitting on my porch listening to my neighbors that are literally right there. Like I could throw a football into their pool, okay? Because I have a really good throw, but also it's pretty close. And, I'm kind of like just finding myself annoyed with having neighbors. Like I'm already like angry, annoyed with this house every day, and then the fact that I have neighbors that I have to listen to them now because they're having fun, and then it makes me realize that I'm not really I'm not having fun. I'm not swimming in a pool. I'm not laughing, And it's like, I'm aware of these cords, and I'm trying to like knock them down like you would like if you just ran into like a bunch of cobwebs, like as I'm like, oh no, don't make any more cords, don't make any more cords. But it's like, dang man, I am really good at making resentful cords. I'm like so pro. And then her sacral cord, Starseed Academy got trust. Having our trust broken from those we became vulnerable with creates a huge hole in the aura in this sacral zone, feeling like we will never be able to trust again. Again, cut that cord. They had their issues. Fill that gap with light and move along. So she ends by saying, this card pull and your use of the spread will bring awareness to the cords and issues that you have faced. It is through consistent and further processing work that you will be able to remove these cords and heal. Self-healing is completely possible, but don't hesitate to reach out to someone if you need assistance. These wounds can run very deep. Yeah, and that would explain like why it seems like you're like, oh, okay, I'm aware of it. I feel like I've made intentions to cut it, but here it is again. Yeah, because it is a deep, deep root, right? Like think about that town hoe, morning glory, the white ones in the garden that you don't want. Like you literally can pull her. She snaps off the root, like it seems like you got a lot of the root, but she snapped off and preserved herself. That's almost what these negative energetic cords do too. It's like if you don't get all of it, it's like still enough there to fester. And yeah, and also, on top of that, it's a habit too. A lot of these cords that we've got, we got the wound, and then we created habits all around them and interwoven. So it's not always a simple process, but if it is possible to heal, to remove cords, to cut cords, and to really let them go for real, it is possible, but it does take work. And that is also why I got those hypnotic word cards, and I'm looking more into using hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and maybe someday helping others, because some of this stuff is so deep, you do need a little help. Like getting into that subconscious, unconscious mind space could be very helpful. So stay open to help and receiving help and looking into other things like hypnosis if you're not making all the progress you want on your own. Okay, so the Herb Crafters Tarot. I want to get 3 cards from you. The first one is what I need to cut from the mind cord. The second one, heart cord. And the third, sacral cord. So from top 1, 2, 3 going down. Yeah, I love how she did the little silhouette of the lady in that yoga pose, because it shows you exactly on the body where these cords are being attached and where you need to clear. All right, so get your deck, shuffle it bazillion times like I just did, because you're like, all right, let's do it. Let us do it. All right, cord cutting. Go ahead and be honest, like you always are. Like these decks truly can be. And we'll just be open to see what it says. Okay, so mind cord. What can I or do I need to cut from my mind? Oh my gosh. So I'm literally just watching one card wiggle and fall from the center of the deck down through the bottom. So the mind cord card is, and I picked it up reversed, letting me know, I guess, like it's really is something I need to cut. It is linden with the Iha of earth. Iha of earth. Okay, so let me look in the book. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. My ego's already defensive. Now, the Ihas are the daughters, okay, in this card. So, Iha of earth is linden, and I've gotten this card before. It's return to a beginner's path, lighthearted as a blossom, grounded as a sheltering tree. Be flexible as you build your future. So now this is going to be a little different because it's not just like a straight up keyword, but because it's reversed, right away it's telling me that I'm an inflexible, arrogant know-it-all in my mind. I get that. I get that. So it's like, what do I need to cut, right? Cutting that cord. It's not just one word, but if we had to boil it down, inflexibility, right? So it's like, we like to think that we're open-minded, right? I like to think that, but are you really? Really? Because it seems like that rigidity that linden reversed may indicate could be something beneficial to cut cords of, right? Really not allowing yourself to get into that beginner's mind, being inflexible. I would say those are definitely some things to cut from the mind cord, right? The Iha of earth loves to take on new responsibilities, and she approaches all her duties with the earnestness of a child, proud to do her part. When faced with difficult work, she chooses reliable allies as companion. So that's another thing personally. It is so hard for me to ask for help. I just don't. I just fucking do not ask for help, right? I don't know if it's part of being a Taurus. All my Tarians out there, do you know how to ask for help or no? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. So, like that is definitely a cord. Like I'll do it myself, right? That we could cut. That's stubborn. I'll do it myself. Inflexible type of energy. That would definitely be something that we could let go. So linden. She knows that linden is more than just a lovely tea. Like the branches of this beloved tree, the Iha of earth is flexible, willing, and strong. She learns to protect her resources by surrounding them with what she loves. Just as linden flowers provide medicine of joyfulness, she takes on her task with a playful air. So, good advice coming in, mixed in with the message that the things to cut from the mind cord is inflexibility, stubbornness, an unwillingness to ask for help, and, just being resentful about your tasks. So, the Iha is totally reversed, showing us that the opposite would be is what is applying to my mind cord, that I could, cut, because I would like to have a playful air about me. I usually do, but I could have more of one, right? Take more joy in hauling buckets of water and pumping out water out windows and hanging just one load after another of towels and clothes out on the line and folding stiff towels and cleaning this crazy ass house. Like, I could try to be more of a daughter of earth about it. And really just just kind of try to be more flexible. So cut those cords of inflexibility, cut those resentful mind cords, try to be lighthearted as a blossom, try to be grounded as a sheltering tree, and try to just return to a beginner's path. And almost, it's like those mind cords, it's almost like you have to almost chop them all down sometimes and remove all your memories and all your okay, well, I've seen my friend's house and it doesn't look like this. And do you know what I mean? Like all those comparison cords, all those memory cords, all those cords that could create rigidity and resentfulness and judgment. It's almost like I need to do a mass clearing of mind cords. And what's so interesting to me is in this Linden card, she is using those branches to make a little fence, right? So it's like I feel like Linden's telling me you've got enough mind cords to cut that you could actually make a fucking fence. Oh my gosh, Linden's funny. Yeah, like you could build a wattle fencing from all the mind cords that you could chop down. And you know what? It's like, hey, use your resources, right? But definitely, be more flexible. So cut those cords of inflexibility. Okay, funny. All right, let's see what we get for the heart cord. Yeah, this is a little bit, we got to dance around with the tarot because it's not just a one word, but some of these other decks that I have on the desk, if we wanted to go there, or if I go there later on in the day, it might just be so interesting to see what they say as well. So now this card's going directly under the mind cord, and shuffle your deck now, and you're gonna pull a card for the heart. See what heart cord. You're gonna pull a card for the heart cord. Did I say that right? To see what you need to cut that's attached to your heart space. Are there specific names in this deck? I really am making progress though with specific people, so that's good. But it's like, let's see what else we've got tethered in that heart space right now that we could get our energetic scissors, big old tailor shears, big old tailor shears that can cut through like 5 to 10 layers of fabric. Oh, I've got them. All right, so here we go, coming up from the middle again. I love it when cards are so specific though, like that. Then I don't have to be like top or bottom. No, it just gave it to you. All right. Dang, I have seen this card a lot. It is Burdock, number 12, the Hanged One. Now, remember how I just said, are there specific names with this? This card actually does make me think of my New Year's Valentine's Day lover that I only had for a month and a half. But why does it make me think of him? Because of those runes that they made out of the burdock root. So I told him about this card because I think burdock was our herb of the week early on in the year, and how I wanted to make runes out of the gobo or burdock root. So he actually looked at a grocery store in Du Bois that it had like more ethnic foods there, interesting foods. He actually looked for burdock root for me, and we talked about making these runes, in conversation. So yeah, does this card have a specific name on it? It fucking does for me, Andrew. So I need to cut his cord, and I've been whacking away at it, and I feel like it's really just hanging on by a thread, but it is so profound to me that, like, And I told my mom this too, which my mom might be interrupting us here shortly, and that's okay, Mom. But I told her, it blows my mind away. And I told her this, that like a month and a half with him took me a solid 4 months to get over. Like, that's how I attach to people, or that's how I attach to him. I don't know if I will do this all the time. God, I hope not. But like, it took 4 months to get over that month and a half, right? It literally did. And every once in a while, I still will all of a sudden just feel so sad that like I just saw so much potential in him. And I really enjoyed his body, but like I just could not get over the alcoholism, as I should not have to, right? I mean, that is a deep, deep wound for me. Loving an alcoholic, that takes me to my biological father. And maybe that's why it hurts so bad, because it's like, I cannot believe I fell for a drunk. But then I guess if I don't have that cord cut from my father, right? Maybe that's what this card is showing me too. That burdock root, that taproot is so deep. If I never completely cut that cord to my father, my biological father, then it's still there. So maybe it's not even just my most recent burdock cord. This needs to go back to all the alcoholics. My stepdad too, right? Like these men that I cared for, that cared for alcohol more than they cared for their children and their people. And it's just, this is a huge cord that weighs on the heart. And even yesterday I was bitching about alcoholism, wasn't I? When we were talking about hops and how they use it to bitter beer and ferment beer. And, the hops card is about celebration, and I just had to intervene. Like, I really am resentful to people who can't control their booze. I really am, And it's like, and that is a cord that needs cut. I get it. It really does. And so, yeah, specifically to these individuals, but also there's a cord that alcoholism collectively is attached to my heart. It makes me sad to see these strong men become pathetic people, because they just waste away. And their once strong, solid bodies just stink now. They literally viscerally stink. I can smell the alcohol in them, and they become weak. So yeah, I mean, there is a bitter resentfulness that's within me towards people that have zero coping skills and willpower, and just they don't even realize how much they hurt other people. All right, my mom's here. All right, some time has passed. Like enough for a mom hangout, get my water from her. She brings me gallons of her Culligan water. So wonderful, because it's good water. And then I hung the clothes up on the line. My clothes, it's getting hot. It's getting hot, and it's 10:15. So it might be a long day. Now, I didn't even open the book for the hanged one for the heart cords. But I just want to read real quick Burdock's keyword. He says, embrace a friend. Oh, wait. Embrace a foe as a friend. So, in those heart cords where I was talking about cords that we have to people where it's like, yeah, we can really attach some negative connotation to the way that we perceive them. Can we embrace them as a friend? Like, they showed us this and that. They taught us lessons. They clarified what we wanted in life. See, that's a good way If you have someone in your life that you're like, that mother trucker, right? Like, you just hate that SOB. But guess what? They showed you what you didn't want, which made you realize what you do want. So it's like, they did show you what you wanted. Now, you can't ask them to be what you want. You know what I mean? But they were the person that you can be grateful for to show you what you truly value and desire and want in your life. So embrace these foes as friends now. Tap into the nourishment found in the depths. I mentioned a Starseed Academy, that it just seems like a good energetic week to dive into those feelings, you know, and do the cutting and the transmuting and the integrating work. So tap into nourishment found in the depths, you know, in the deepest part of your heart where almost you're afraid to go, you know, go there. Go there anyway. I'll tell you why to go there. You need to go there into the depths. Burdock is trying to communicate to me to go into the depths because that's where you want to cut those cords at the deepest part. So like I was expressing with the town hoe analogy with morning glory, if you just, you know, it just snaps off too close to the surface, you need to go as deep as you can with your scissors and cut down in the depths. So Burdock is advising us to do that too. When we do our cord cutting spread today, when we do our cord cutting work, go to the deepest part. So a lot of times whenever it's like, well, I feel like I cut that cord in my heart space, but no, it's still there. It's still there. You got to go deeper. So that might mean that you have to go deeper into that sadness, disappointment, grief, anger, whatever it is, that whatever energetic substance that cord is made of, go deeper into that feeling and cut it as deep as you can, so that maybe this time it won't grow back. You know what I mean? Like the town hoe in the morning glory. Burdock root also says, let go of control. Lasting change takes time. So it's like, cut that cord as deep as you can, okay? And then keep on working at filling it with love and light and replacing it with better feelings. It takes time. It takes time. Lasting change takes time, and you got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. Challenge presents an opportunity for growth. So Burdock is also suggesting that we flip the script on the difficult situation. That's why it's like, if you, instead of me saying, wow, my alcoholic dad completely broke my heart and disappointed me, I could say, my alcoholic dad showed me that a real man has his priorities in place. Right? It's like, it almost makes it seem like my alcoholic dad had that, but he didn't. He did not. He totally did not. But he showed me where a real man's priorities would be, right? By his absence of them. But you can flip the script. There's a way to flip the script on every situation. And that will help you retrain your mind to quit reconnecting these cords, you know? So see the problem as the solution. Try to embrace the friend as a foe and flip the script. But yeah, basically with the heart cords, Burdock is saying, be prepared to make a long-term commitment in this area. Surrender to the process. Deep change does take time, and you're going to have to go into the depths to really do the work, to really cut the cords and find the wisdom. All right, so let's do another one, and then, yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up, but on my own personal time, I will probably do this cord cutting spread you can find it on Instagram, starseed.academy. You can find it on starseed.academy. I'll have it linked on Herb Oracle, and then I even will put it on Tarot Spread Layout. Is that my account too? Is that what it's called? it gonna be everywhere. But yeah, Starseed Academy, you can go and read what she pulled and wrote, because it is super insightful. Even if you don't pull yourself any other cards, what she wrote is helpful. All right, are we ready to do the sacral? My mom and the humidity outside sort of zapped me, but that's okay. I'm thankful for the water, and it was nice to see my mom and hang out and chat with her and laugh with her. We had what was I laughing about out there? I had a good genuine laugh. Now, what was that even about? I don't know. Oh, my underwear. It's my laundry out there, so I'm hanging out my gutchies, my granny panties, and we had a laugh about my newest pair of underwear. If you don't know this about me, since part of my divorce recovery, self-esteem building, self-worth, self-loving funny thing that I'm doing is every week when I go to town to clean my office, I stop at Walmart or Dollar Tree, or maybe next week I'll do JCPenney's. I'll really treat myself next week, and I buy myself a new pair of underwear, just like a pair or a 2-pack, or just to say I love you. Well, anyways, the ones that I bought last week, I did not see. I love the colors, but I didn't read the little subtitle that said cheeky. So they're really cut, cheeky, your butt cheeks hang out on the sides. And so that was the first mistake that I made. And then the second mistake was I got a size too big, because sometimes I don't know what size I am, and sometimes it doesn't matter. But in this case, it totally matters. So I got these huge ass cheeky underwear, and I was laughing to my mom that I'll probably just sleep in them, because you're sleeping. We were laughing that we have sleeping underwear, they look like homeless, stretched out, And so I was like, Mom, these old pair are my favorite sleeping underwear. I picked them up. They're the biggest underwear I own. They're my favorite to sleep in because they're just for show in case you got to run out of the house in the middle of the night. It's like not wearing underwear because they're so loose and stretched out. So I was just saying that my cheeky underwear will have to be my new sleeping underwear, because those cheeky things are just gonna hang off my butt cheeks. Anyways, that's what I was laughing about. So I hope my neighbors enjoyed that conversation, because my volume was on medium high. Okay, last card for the cord cutting spread. This is the sacral cord. The sacral cord. Now, what did Starseed Academy get? She got trust. Interesting. And my meanings have been a little bit more expanded because I used a tarot card, so we kind of had a couple messages, but they resonated with me. I might have to listen back and see if I made sense today. But I feel like I'm getting the message. All right, so I'm cutting cords from my mind cord, from my heart, and now what is the biggest sacral cord right now that I need to cut? That's attached to my sacral chakra. What can I cut? Oh, are you kidding me? This one's coming up from the center too. I am just so impressed with my deck today. It's a reversed mint, a reversed 4 of water. Okay, so this is saying, I feel this is saying, what is this saying? Mint, this scene, it's outside, it's shady mint. There's 4, I've gotten this card before too. There's 4 little mason jars. So me and 3 other people, right, are having tea. Ooh, I feel like this is going to address the fact that I don't want to hang out with people, or I want to but I don't, or I resent that I'm not hanging out with people, even though at the same fucked up time I don't actually want to hang out with them. I'm still mad that I'm not. I got some weird communal issues going on, and I have some people that are saying I want to visit you, and I'm thinking, ugh, okay. 4 of water. Let me see if I'm feeling right. So what does this have to do with my sacral? though, my sacral cord. Mint says, take time to refresh your spirit. Now, this is coming in reverse, so prevent plenty from becoming too much. Quench your thirst with gratitude. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm not actually back on the gratitude train. So what do I need to cut from my sacral cord? That it would say ungratefulness, overwhelmment of things I don't want, just not really taking time to truly refresh my spirit with gratitude, truly quench my thirst with gratitude. So listen to this. Life sometimes leads to boredom or discontent. So that is definitely the cord, that boredom cord, that I need to cut. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty honest about it. Like, I feel like I could be having more fun. I feel like I could be having more interest in life. Waking up and having the first thought in your mind be, please tell me what the point of all this is, right? That is letting you know that you, and it could be divine discontent. Okay, see, sometimes discontent is definitely falling under the label of divine discontent. Maybe always, because once you get to that place of discontentment, you're going to change. You're either going to suffer or you're going to change something. So that's why it's divine, because it's showing you that you're not on the right path. It's showing you that you could be more, feel more, do more, have more. Like there's something that you are, maybe like the energy has shifted and you're not keeping up with the energy. So you feel this discontent. This divine discontent lets you know, hey, you're thirsty and you want more. Okay, so it's like you don't curse it. Like you're not like, I'm bored. Yeah, maybe you are, but it's like you use that messenger of boredom, of discontent, to clue you in on what's either missing or what do you want or what would quench your thirst, right? It's a messenger. It is a messenger, and you use it to your advantage. So you use it to spark your interest somewhere or to foster connection somewhere. So this cord of boredom and discontentedness, right? That's what we want to cut, but we want to replace it with something that we're interested in, something that keeps us connected to source, right? That keeps us connected to our spirit and our higher self and our journey. And my ears are toning and pitching right now. That keeps us connected to the realms that are going to clue us in every day. What's the point, right? So it is a divine discontent. So Mint does say your lack of interest is keeping you from connection. So this cord that's attached to the sacral cord that needs cut is boredom and discontent, right? So, I mean, it could also be like feeling overwhelmed. This is funny. Just as mint can overtake a garden if it's not contained, your feelings can overwhelm. So I really I'm overwhelmed with a few manifestations in my life, and a few parts of the garden too, of course, are reflecting that. So yeah, and sometimes at this point, there's too much momentum. You just have to wait until the time is right to change it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just too much momentum. There's too much water in the basement now. I just have to wait till it dries up, right? There's too much Jerusalem artichokes at this point. I just have to wait till they die for the season and then decide if I want to let them grow there next year or cover them up. You know what I mean? It's like you just have to wait until the time is right. So what do you do until then? You replenish your emotional reserves with uplifting practices. So it's like, well, I can't really do anything about this over here right now, but I can focus on something different. So we cut that sacral cord and then we focus on something different. We have some mint tea. We notice how energizing and refreshing its medicine is. We notice and appreciate the blessings of our life. Another cord, like I said, is the ungrateful cord. That could also be in my sacral. My sacral cord could also be made of ungratefulness. And, you know, that's me taking things for granted. That's me not appreciating and loving what I do have. Like, you know, I am definitely feeling the divine discontent with this house, but then I'm missing the fact that, like, everything is calm, peaceful, quiet, and paid for right now. Yeah, it's dysfunctional AF, but it's paid for. Do you know? Like, I need to, like Burdock said, flip the script in my head and start to focus in a more appreciative, grateful way. Mint says, build a foundation for emotional stability with a gratitude practice. So even if, you know, the kitchen's ugly, I can appreciate that it's mine, or that it's, you know, got food all over the damn place and needs used up like today, but at least we are blessed. Sit quietly and bring your awareness to what you have overlooked. So this cord could also be a boredom cord. And, you know, the thing, if you have kids, you know this, they're like, I'm bored. Well, they're overlooking all the toys, all the games, the thousands of dollars that are in their room right now of entertainment. Like, when they get in that blinded state of being bored, they can't see anything they want to do. So that's what Mint is saying too. Like, cut this cord of ungrateful, bored, discontent, whatever you want to name this cord. Cut it and bring your awareness to the things you have overlooked, to the things that you could be appreciating. Get more grounded emotionally, get more stable emotionally in your sacral chakra with a gratitude practice. And that, because like if you've been feeling lethargic because you don't know what the point of life is anymore, that will help refresh your spirit. And it is time to be drinking some iced mint tea. I mean, it's taken over the whole place out there. Go pick some. Don't be afraid of that snake. You go get yourself some mint. Sometimes I have to laugh when I think like, oh, it's only a 3-card spread, and I think it's going to be like so quick that I'm going to have like all this extra time. I'm kind of laughing because like that was pretty freaking deep for a 3-card spread. That was super deep. So thanks again to starseed.academy on Instagram for the cord cutting spread. The mind cord, the heart cord, the sacral cord. Thank you so much to Linden, Burdock, and Mint to come in and show me what it is I could be releasing. And then they're such sweethearts letting me know what I could be replacing in that empty space. Because that's the thing, honey. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Honey, when you cut a cord, it does leave a space. You need to fill it with something positive, a replacement, if you will, so that negative cord does not reattach itself. So anyways, on that note, I might pull some more from these other decks. If I do, I'll post them on my Herb Oracle Instagram stories just for the next 24 hours. Just for something fun to do. But this was awesome. So yeah, just remember, energetic and psychic cords will build up in your system. So you got to cut them because yeah, they'll just weigh on you. You'll feel the lack of enthusiasm, the lethargy, the influence from outside forces. You'll feel all these negative attributes, and you'll know it's time to cut them. So do cord cutting on a regular basis. Return to sender, that energy, clear your aura, clear your space. This is an essential part of self-care. All right, y'all. So much love to you. Thanks for hanging out with me on Tarot Tuesday at Ho.